Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for our monthly Angelscope for the sign of Gemini for November 2021. So, first of all, I'd like to welcome everyone back, and also anyone who's new to the Angel School community. I'm going to ask you to watch the general angel reading from November before continuing if you have not. I'm going to place a link below the video to that video, so you can go there and then come back. All right. And if you've just coming back or if you're staying, great. So also for this month of November, I'm also continuing my special offer angel reading for November for my half-hour reading of $77, which is normally my half hour. I think I just said that, but I've extended it for 1 full hour. And so you can go to my webpage, theangelschool.com/services, and you will be able to choose the half-hour reading as it's normally written, and then within 24 hours on the first business day, I will send you a confirmation email noting the special offer for 1 full hour. So everything you need is in the email to all the instructions about how to submit your availability and my starting availability and what I need from you. So just follow that to the letter and it will be easy. All right. So the card on the left is going to be a card from the representing a message from the Archangel that you'll be working with for the month. And then the card on the right will be a message from your guardian angel. And the Major Arcana cards are using the archangels, and that's the big lesson, themes, energies, influences in your life. And then the Minor Arcana is being used for your guardian angel, and that will tell us how these things are playing out in the day-to-day and the ways that you can work with that energy. All right, so let's take just a moment. So I always tell everyone to take a deep breath, and before you do that, to focus first in on your heart chakra, and just breathe into this space. And just let go of anything that's on your mind and feel your connection with your angels. And so, Gemini, for some reason, they've been writing the word astrological, and they're writing the word faith and God and safe. So they want you, there may be something astrological going on in this month for you to pay attention to. I'm not getting a clear indication of what astrologically at this moment, but they really want you to have faith in God, and they want you to feel safe, okay? So they want you to know whatever it is that you are working on or any changes, that you are in a safe place in your life to pursue these things. They write the word spoon as if they're felt like spoon feed, that they'll give you the specific guidance that you need, and they wrote professionally. So there's something in your professional life, and that they're trying to confirm that to you now. They write the word manifest, in prospect. So there's there is a high prospect of this manifesting for you, but there is something that needs clarification, they're writing. But they want you to know clarification, and they write organization as well. And I'm not quite sure, as they write this word classical, is if it's, I feel like, it's something that is tried and true. It's not like it has to be something really out there, that's terribly different. They wrote the word compensation, so you may be concerned about compensation around this matter. And possibly it will happen in a traditional format, or you're looking for it in a traditional format, or you're looking at this traditional way as a confirmation. I'm saying confirm. It may come in some other way that you wouldn't normally expect compensation. So be open to that, okay? They're writing congestion again for this reading. And the word compatible. Boy, there's a lot of writing going on this one. So, congestion, compatible. So it feels like, that one avenue of compensation is already congested. And where this is going to come from is going to be something that's more compatible. It may be more compatible, relatable, easily facilitated. All of this might represent what they mean by how this compensation is in a compatible format or comes through. They're writing a development, but there will be a development, but it'll be something will be competitive. So you might be worried about being able to be competitive, cutting edge. And that's why you're focusing in this way, but it seems like it's not that way. And that this other particular way will be compatible, but even more competitive. And writing the word alignment, it's like that's where you will find yourself feeling more in alignment. And they wrote the word formative. Oof, boy, they really. This is like reading in the dark with clear signs. But they're writing the word expansion. Okay, so I guess this formative. It'll be formative in terms of expansion for you. It just feels as culminating to something very successful. They just wrote the word government. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe I don't know if there's a government contract involved. I'm not saying the word contract, but I did see the word government. So it could be on a bigger level that this comes through. So you might want to look at, as an example, what's coming to my mind is there could be government funding that's out there, and they're writing the word compensation again. So you may want to look at government funding and that's where your compensation might come through, and it's still going to be competitive, but more compatible with what your goals are. Oh boy. All right, let's take a look and see what card. Ooh, the Emperor. So that's kind of a little bit of a confirmation, it feels like to me, in terms of government, right? This kind of authority. This is the Archangel Michael that you'll be working with. And so, this is definitely more of a structured, more grounded situation, more stability. The government funding is probably something that will be a little bit more stable than maybe something else you were looking at. that might be more risk prone. It's just the feeling I'm getting, the thoughts that are going through my mind. Because these are things I really don't know a lot about, but the thoughts that are coming through my mind. So they just want you to breathe. They write the word oxygen. They want you to breathe. And I think they want you to breathe so that you can, so that allows, when you breathe, it's inspiration. You pull in inspiration, you get new dynamic information that you're not aware of. So make sure you breathe, like, before you panic or worry about this in some way, or about being involved with that kind of structure. Okay. Let's take a look at the card message from your guardian angel. So this is the Two of Air. So this is saying, like, you're really sort of it's going to be a tough decision. You're going to maybe feel like you're caught between a rock and a hard place. And what is interesting about this card is the blindfold. And sometimes this is one of those situations where you keep wrestling with what you're wrestling with, and you can't figure out which one to go with. This means that there's a higher solution. And sometimes, well, I know there is a higher solution. You may not be able to access it from where you are because you're not you're struggling to balance yourself, meaning be balanced with what your heart wants and what your ego is telling you need for security. And so there is a higher choice, a transcendent choice, but you got to be in the right place to connect with that. And this card, let me see, did he make that connection? No, he connected to the moon card, but I always think about the high priestess and this idea of really going within to your inner being and listening to what your heart reveals to you. What is the thing that you haven't thought of that you need to just get in that place? And so you're feeling stuck because you need to be stuck. You need to listen before you act. Right? So don't be so quick to act, but to get yourself organized, figure out what you want, get a plan, come up with a plan, right? And in the process of doing that higher solution might come to you. And it may be that one or the other may not be the best idea, but one might be the better. And once you just make that decision, then that other decision is free to come in. So just don't keep fighting is the thing, because if you're fighting, you're just creating a stronger deadlock. Here he has the moon card. And so this is telling me that it's calling up and some stuff for you, that throws you off in life, and that you need to deal with that. Really, that's what's going on. The things that you think you're fighting with this deep emotional sort of baggage, and they're right in astrological now. And I was just thinking about this moon card because there is I saw something they call the beaver moon, but there's a lunar eclipse, I think for the full moon. So it's possibly that around this time, something might unfold that either where that might manifest because that's the full moon. Take a deep breath. I get the right oxygen again. It may be something you're not expecting, but definitely expansion. And or it starts, that you are able to know the right decision to make at that time. Okay? Or that they write the composition, like it'll become clear to you the composition of what you're trying to do and accomplish. So it'll all the pieces come together. All right, so I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and have a beautiful month of November, Gemini.